Welcome back to another episode of the Craftavore Tastes. I am your host, Max, and today we're diving into a beer from Omnipollo out of Stockholm, Sweden. This is Shploing Mango S'mores. This is an IPA coming in at 7% ABV, and it is brewed with marshmallows, graham crackers, salt, and lactose sugar with mango and vanilla added. Wow. All right, so I got into Omnipollo a couple of years ago. Two of their double IPAs I really loved, Fata Morgana and Nebuchadnezzar. But in the last number of years, they've kind of gone slightly off the deep end with adjuncts, doing a lot of kind of crazy different beers, throwing a tremendous amount of stuff in there. May not exactly be your cup of tea. I do like to pick up their beers when I do see them just because, oftentimes the profile and the flavors and the recipes are kind of super fun. And I do like to kind of check them out. So, as I mentioned again, Shploing Mango S'mores. I've already actually got this beer into the glass, so let's go ahead, take a look at the appearance, then give her an aroma, give it a taste, and then, of course, a rating. So, beer pours, obviously super hazy. Haze for days, folks. Straw yellow color. Dissipating head. I actually poured this just a couple of seconds ago, but basically there is no head left on this guy right now. But the beer is obviously haze for days. Looks really super nice in the glass. Let's go ahead and get ourselves an aroma. Whew. Big, huge, massive mango notes. Wow. Tremendous amount of mango notes, super kind of juicy, citrus kind of forward, but really, honestly, it is mango dominated. Obviously, it says that it's mango added, so I'm assuming obviously that's mango juice or an adjunct that has been added versus, straight up coming from the hop profile, but super juicy, smells really, really nice. Let's go ahead and give her a taste. Cheers. Woo! All right, so taste follows through exactly like the nose. That is extremely, extremely, extremely juicy. Very, very mango forward. I'm not getting a tremendous amount of the marshmallows or graham cracker or even lactose, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not chewy. It's a kind of a lighter beer. It's just very, very citrus forward. The mango is it's a deep, deep kind of mango, like almost mango pulp, right? Like if you, peeled a mango, took it, squished it, smashed it in your fingers a little bit, and then kind of put it into your nose. That's kind of like the taste and the aroma that I'm getting out of this beer. So very, very mango and citrus pulpy out of it. Again, I'm not 100% sure where the rest of the stuff is gone. Even from a lactose perspective, if you take something like the, Omnipollo collaboration with Tired Hands, the milkshake beers, right? That have lactose in them. They're a little bit more milky, a little bit more kind of chewy, have a little bit more kind of sticky kind of body to them. Not really so much here. It's relatively light for 7% ABV, so could be super, super dangerous. One thing I do want to mention is that with a lot of these mango beers, and I think this was one of those things that really kind of came to the forefront with a collaboration between Trillium and Monkish. I think it was Never Again, which was a mango IPA that they did. There is a tremendous amount of bitterness that comes from the mango, almost as it's going down the throat. Even a little bit of kind of mango burn, if that makes sense. It's just kind of this long, kind of standing perceived bitterness that, it's as if you kind of took like a citrus kind of rind and kind of chewed it, swallowed it. That kind of bitterness that would linger in your mouth afterwards is coming through in this beer. So, unfortunately, that happens with a lot of mango beers. I'm just going to dive in for one more sip. But it is a super good beer, man. Like, it is extremely, extremely juicy. But again, that does, there it is right there. So that mango burn's kind of hanging around a little bit. So overall, let's give her a rating. 3.75, honestly. It's a fun beer. Knocking it down just a slight bit just because of that a little bit of mango kind of burn that is taking place in the beer. The other thing also too is that if you were to kind of chew on a citrus rind, could you you can imagine if your mouth could completely dry itself out. This beer is actually doing that. almost to the point of being slightly cloying, which doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense because um, it's not a very kind of chewy or thick beer, but I think there's just so much of that mango and so much of that citrus going on that it actually is kind of just soaking up the saliva. Even in my mouth, I could just want to continue to go like that. But you know what? 3.75 from the Craftavore Taste. Fun little beer, interesting, very extremely mango heavy. So if you like mango beers, maybe you want to give Shploing Mango S'mores a go. All right. So hopefully you can join me for another episode of the Craftavore Tastes where I drink, I rate, I review, and then I repeat. Cheers.